AI can automate way more of your startup than you probably think. But here's the thing. Most founders and executives either go too deep too fast, buying a bunch of tools they don't need, or they don't go deep enough, just using ChatGPT's UI for emails and lower leverage tasks. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the key areas of your business where AI automation is actually working today, where you can automate, what you still need a human for, and where to start. And we built Definite, an AI native data platform, because we believe the vast majority of data and analytics work can be automated at startups. So I'll dig into that one too. But let's start with the full picture. Let's start with sales. The relationship piece, the actual selling, that's still human. Some say it's just human for now, but buyers still want to talk to a real person before signing a contract. That's not changing anytime soon. But everything around it, that's where AI shines. Outreach sequences, follow-up emails, call scripts, lead research, CRM updates, all of this can be automated now. And tools like Clay and Apollo are great for lead enrichment and building prospect lists. But honestly, you don't always need to go buy a specialized software, especially if you're still a small startup. You can build lightweight agents using LLM APIs to draft personalized outreach, summarize call notes, or generate call scripts based on your IC. And in the YouTube description, I share an example of a lightweight sales agent that you or your team can build for free. So, what still needs humans? Reading the room, building trust, closing deals, handling objections in real time, and making those judgment calls. And where should you start automating with AI? Start with lead research and first touch emails. That's where sales teams can waste the most time. Next, marketing operations. It's probably the most mature area for AI automation. Campaign deployment, A/B test setup, lead scoring, content repurposing, performance reporting, all automatable. And for content specifically, for example, you can take one video and turn it into a blog post, a LinkedIn post, a Twitter thread, an email newsletter, and you can use tools like Jasper or Writer to help. But you can also build production workflows using LLM APIs that handle 80% of this automatically. And I've included a free example in the YouTube description below. And we believe things like brand strategy, creative direction, messaging, and position still need a human. And if you want to get started using AI for marketing today, we recommend doing content repurposing. Take your best performing content and use AI to multiply it across channels. Now, data and analytics. This is the one I mentioned at the top. And it's the one area where you can automate almost the entire workflow end to end. And most startups don't even think of this as a department. It's just a spreadsheet, or maybe a BI tool or data warehouse nobody uses, or they don't have the internal experts, budget, or capacity to manage data and analytics properly. But here's how most companies do data today. You buy a data warehouse like Snowflake, then you need an ETL tool like Fivetran to get the data in, and then you need dbt or something similar to model and transform the data. And finally, you need a BI tool like Looker or Tableau to actually see anything. That's 4 products, 4 bills, and probably a data engineer to keep it all running. And by the time you're actually looking at a dashboard, it's been 6 months and you spent $50K. So for a startup, that's overkill. And this is relevant for AI because you can't automate a fragmented stack. If your data infrastructure is a patchwork of disconnected tools, AI just makes the problem worse. But if you build an AI native tool from day one, the whole workflow changes. Data ingestion, storage, visualization, modeling, transformations, schedule reporting, all of this can be automated. And that's what we've built at Definite. Let me show you how it works. Once you sign into the product, the first thing you'll do is connect your data sources. Definite has over 500 pre-built data connectors for all the tools that you use on a daily basis, from payment platforms like Stripe to CRMs like HubSpot and Addio, customer success tools, HR platforms, you name it. And once you've connected your data sources, you'll create a new doc or a dashboard, and you'll immediately start talking to our AI agent Fee. And you can ask Fee anything related to your data, such as, what's our ARR by month? Build me a dashboard. Immediately, Fee will find the data that best answers this question. And in the background, before we even ask this question, Fee immediately built data models and organized the data to best assist us. For example, it created a data model for HubSpot emails. Additionally, it created a data model for Stripe prices. and Stripe invoices. And going back to the question we asked Fee found that the best data to answer this question was within our Stripe data, and now it's going to go through it and build a comprehensive dashboard. And there we have it. Fee answered the question, built a dashboard, and additionally, you're able to customize everything that Fee creates. You can review the underlying SQL, or you can change the design of the charts, etc. So that's data and analytics. You connect your sources, and AI handles the rest. No data engineer required. However, there are still areas where you still need humans. Deciding what questions matter, interpreting insights, making business decisions, building strategy based on data, stakeholder communications, etc. That said, if you want to get started automating your data and analytics today, check out Definite. You can connect your core data sources and start asking questions, and you can be up and running in under 30 minutes. And now let's move on to customer support, where AI automation has significant ROI. For example, Tier 1 support, where you have the repetitive question, password resets, how do I do X? That can be 60 to 80% automated with a good chatbot. Tools like Intercom and Zendesk have solid AI features built in now. Additionally, you can integrate your product documentation and knowledge base directly into your chatbot. When AI can actually search your documentation and give accurate, contextual answers instead of generic responses, your customers get real help and your support team can focus on what matters. And all that said, customer support still definitely needs human. The empathy-heavy situations, the complex troubleshooting, and any situation where a customer is genuinely upset. And if you're wondering where to start using AI in customer support, we recommend that you integrate your product documentations into a chatbot and start with your top 10 most common questions. Let AI handle those first. Moving on to finance and accounting, which has a lot of automatable grunt work. But you have to be careful here, because you can't blame AI when your taxes aren't filed properly. But things like invoice processing, expense categorization, receipt capture, reconciliation, and basic reporting can be automated now. And tools like Ramp, Brex, and Bill.com can help you get there today. If you want to start using AI for finance and accounting, we recommend doing expense categorization and invoice processing. I've included a link in the description with a free AI agent for this. Moving on to HR. It's interesting because parts of it automate really well, and parts of it absolutely should not be automated. Things great for automation include interview scheduling, resume screening, onboard checklists, benefits administration, payroll processing, etc. And there's affordable tools like Ashby and Lever to help get you there. That said, you should not be using AI for cultural decisions, performance conversation, or interviewing. Anything where you seriously have to ask, is this person a good fit, should stay human. So, that's the landscape. Sales, marketing, data, support, finance, and HR. All of these departments have pieces that you can automate today. So start with the tedious stuff and keep humans on the judgment calls. As we stated earlier, data and analytics is one area where you can automate with AI almost end to end. No need for a data engineer, no need to stitch together multiple tools. You can simply connect your sources and start asking questions. And if you want to try Definite, there's a link in the description. You can sign up for free today and be up and running in 30 minutes. Thanks for watching.